Hey there, good morning, everyone. Good to see you here on this Friday morning. Uh-oh. Oh, you stinker. Hold on one second. Uh, I don't know why I fight this thing. I'm going to try one more time to try to make sure that I go live on Instagram again. Um, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. But I do see that I am live on a couple of platforms. So let's see if you can see me and hear me. Please let me know so that I can connect with you and we could get the party started. So if you're able to see me and hear me, please type in yes and let me know what platform you're on so that I can get a pretty good gauge of where this is streaming from. So let's see what we've got here. And I'm going to share it. Also, the live stream on within the Facebook page. Let's see. Oh, for Pete's sakes. All right, let's see if we got this here. Okay, I have 3 people who are watching. I see the chat's going. Hey there. Looks like I am live on Facebook is a yes. It looks like YouTube is a yes. Let's see if we could get, oh, come on, Instagram. Why, oh, why, oh, why? It doesn't, so which Facebook page is a yes? Because I'm looking at the Laurie Barraco page and it doesn't look like I'm live. Oh, it says happening now, but let's see if I can click on it and share it to the group. I don't see myself live on there. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to try the Mystical Moon page and maybe I'm live there. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Doesn't look I'm live on Facebook. It looks like I'm live only on Instagram. And so it looks like there's a little bit of glitchiness happening. Okay, maybe if I just do this. Hold on one sec. And I appreciate your patience with all of this. Let's see if we could get it going. Doesn't want to do Facebook nor Instagram. All right. So then that just, I'm just going to gloss over it. Anyway, so hello and good morning. And I'm going to trust it is what it is right now. And I was going to try to stream from home on this Friday morning, but there were some things that I needed to do with the shop today. So I am going to probably restructure the format with this, with the lives on Friday, because I am also recording the podcast, and there's a lot that I am finding myself extended between sessions and everything. So the Friday mornings may have to move to another time and date and frequency with how frequent I go live. So what I will do is I will share all of the updates in the newsletter. So my Laurie Barraco newsletter, as well as the Mystical Moon newsletter. So I will let you all know how all of that looks and works. So what I'm going to do in the meantime, just one more place I'm going to share is in the Facebook group. So for all of the updates, just know that you can always find them on the within the newsletters. So this week, I'm going to be talking about crystals, and I'm going to continue my discussion on crystals. And this talk about some of the 10 most suggested crystals to work with, and then towards the end, I will talk about answering some questions. I'll answer some of your questions that some of you will be submitting. Can kind of hear the neighbors; they're very excited about the day. We share a common hallway, so you might hear some of that there, some of their chatter and their excitement about the day. And we are excited in the plaza because I'm going to say within the next week or two, the new space, a new restaurant's going to be opening up in the plaza, 2 doors down next to Jersey Mike's. It's going to be a ramen sushi boba tea place, and we are so excited to check out their food and what they have. So I'll let everybody know um, when they do open. So we're excited for that because I love ramen and I love boba tea, and sushi not so much, but they have other dishes that I'm excited to kind of delve into. So I did share the link for the 10 must have crystals that I'm going to talk about working with the energies of them. So that blog is, and the material is in the chat box, but if you're watching afterwards, you can always go to the mysticalmoonstore.com and click on the blog tab, and then it'll drop down. This is the it's a tongue twister. Top 10 must have crystals for every spiritual toolbox. Before I go into that material, I want to talk about something really cool that happened yesterday in a session. And this also corresponds with the synchronicities in the universe and within the collective where we think something's kind of random. So with last week's predictions, the first card that came out, it was the Hierophant, and it's a picture of a pope. And so that was like in alignment, not like, but was in alignment with what took place. We had a new pope named and elected yesterday. And then at the same time during a reading, so while they were announcing the new pope, I was in session with a client and I was shuffling the cards. And sometimes when you're shuffling and a card, oh my gosh, you're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe this. I'm glad it's recorded. But this is not the card that popped out. So, oh my gosh, how weird, right? So, well, I just could take a moment because it never gets old for me either. But that Hierophant just popped out in the deck because you saw me shuffling. Anyway, so when I was shuffling the cards and cutting them, on the bottom, I could see the Strength card. That card was there, which is also the Leo card. And so I said to the client, I said, look, this card we're going to pay attention to see how often it shows up in the reading, but my attention's being drawn to this card. And I don't always say that. So, and in that moment, she said, oh my goodness, I'm a Leo too. So I said, okay. And so we went on with the reading and it did come up again. And then at that same time is when they made the official announcement that they elected a new pope, and he is Pope Leo. So I thought that's kind of cool, right? So, I mean, some people may say, yeah, big deal or coincidence, but that's how the universe works. That's how spirit works. That's how things fall into place to grab our attention and to remind us we are part of this collective environment. And nothing is random, nothing, some things have more meaning. Sometimes something happens, it's just like, okay, I'll acknowledge it, let it float on by. But I thought that was kind of cool. So we'll see what happens with the changes. But with that blanket of connection and synchronicity, that definitely was something that I thought was pretty cool. And this was cool too, how that card jumped out when I was shuffling. I love that. Anyway, so let's talk about crystals. All right. So I haven't really checked in on the comments. Hello, Jessica. Good morning. Yes, it's a lovely Friday. Good morning. And hey, Kathy. Good morning. And good to see everyone. So as I mentioned, we'll see what happens with the Friday mornings. I know that there are some people who were watching on Facebook and it's not syncing up. So don't know what else to say. So I'm going to let it be, and we're going to continue on with today's topic. So we're going to talk about crystals. So crystals have been long trusted companions on the spiritual path, offering support, clarity, and energetic alignment. Whether you're just beginning your journey or deepening your connection with these sacred allies, there are certain crystals that every energy worker, healer, and intuitive soul should have in their collection. I'm going to use my air quotes. should have in their collection. So I've limited it to 10, and then of course I'm thinking in my head, oh shoot, I need to add that one. I need to add that one. But this really is based upon, like, I came up with this top 10 with the versatility, the availability, and the affordability of these 10 crystals. So I'm going to run through them right now. I'm just going to check on the comments. Anne says, very cool indeed. Right? So cool. All right. So I'm going to see if I can still, no. Instagram says, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. All right. So we're going to move on. Okay. I'm done. I'm done playing that. I'm getting out of there. All right. So the first one I'm going to talk about is selenite. It's a must-have for energy. So wait, let me back it up. Selenite is the cleanser and light bringer. Selenite is a must-have for energetic hygiene. It clears stagnant energy from your aura, spaces, and even other crystals. You can use it to sweep through your energy field, place it near a doorway for protection, or have other crystals rest on it to help with cleansing and recharging. This crystal is great because it's pure light. And it brings light into a room, and I see it as anchoring that light. And as the light comes through, or we're aligning with it with our intention, it helps shift the heavy energies. It helps shift some of that stress, that anxiety out of our field of awareness. So selenite is fabulous. You can cleanse your other crystals with it. We have selenite bowls and selenite little charging plates where you can charge your crystals. You can bless them. You can even put them your intentions on selenite as well, and it brings light to the situation. It's affordable, it's available, and it's versatile. Okay, moving on. So I suggest that everybody have selenite. The next one is rose quartz. There it is. This is not a super deep rose quartz, but it's rose quartz nonetheless. It's the stone of unconditional love. This gentle pink crystal nurtures the heart, inviting in compassion, forgiveness, and self-love. You can use it to heal emotional wounds, invite loving energy in, or support self-care and inner child healing practices. So this crystal is the one that's like the warm hug, the one that helps us when we're grieving or feeling out of sorts, or maybe a little salty or cranky, or just feeling off kilter. It's that warm hug. It has such a soft vibration. And with these crystals, you can wear them, carry them, keep them around your space as well. Okay, so rose quartz, number 2. Number 3 is amethyst, the spiritual protector. Amethyst is beloved for its calming presence and ability to heighten intuitive awareness. This one can do so many different things, right? So it helps connection with spirit. It helps with stress relief. It helps you with overcoming and undoing unhealthy habits. It's a fabulous crystal. You can use it to support with meditation, ease anxiety, amplify psychic development, and spiritual connection. So the crystals that I'm sharing with you today, they are all the tumbled stones. And as we spoke of last week, there are different shapes, and some are raw, some are polished and tumbled, and they all have a different meaning, which adds another layer to their use. Okay. Next one is clear quartz. I didn't grab my clear quartz. It's clear. It'll look a little bit like this one, but in a clear form. Oh man, I grabbed extras, obviously. Anyway, because I have like 11 crystals. Anyway, so I forgot my clear quartz. This is and I'm not wearing it on me, and I don't have it on the altar. Anyway, clear quartz is the master amplifier. This crystal is a versatile powerhouse that amplifies energy, intentions, and the properties for the other crystals. You can use it to energize crystal grids, right? Like Miracle Grow. Carry with intention, amplify your intention, and clarify your focus during rituals or manifestation work. So this one magnifies what's going on. So if you are feeling the effects of like Pluto retrograde, which this morning I was. Oh my goodness. I woke up late. I woke up just kind of thinking about like things that like are probably not that big of a deal, but it was amplified. And so a crystal I probably would not work with today. See, I did it naturally. Is clear quartz because it may amplify what's going on, right? So just be mindful of that. So for with another example, say things at work are a little tense and you're not getting along with your boss or a coworker, I probably would not add clear quartz into the mix. It's going to amplify that energy. I hope that makes a little bit of sense. A little sense here and there. Okay. Next one. Isn't it funny how I didn't grab it? Yeah, I don't have it. No, not my earrings. Okay. The next one is black tourmaline. It's an energy shield. Here's the black tourmaline. Energetic shield, and also known as the protector, the guardian. A deep grounding crystal that's also protective, and so it repels negative energy and electromagnetic interference. It's also known as the bodyguard. So we can use it to create energetic boundaries, stay grounded, or support emotional resilience in challenging environments. So black tourmaline would be a great crystal to work with in a stressful environment. Then we have moonstone, which is the intuitive guide. It's also a stone of new beginning. So moonstone honors the cycles of the moon and the sacred rhythm within us. It supports emotional balance and divine feminine energy. You can use it to enhance your intuition, work with moon phases, and connect to your inner wisdom. And this is moonstone. I love moonstone. The next one I'm going to talk about is hematite, which is a grounding anchor. Known for its stabilizing energy, hematite is ideal for focus, mental clarity, and staying rooted during spiritual work. So when you're when you're wanting to connect with spirit, whether meditation, healing work, whatever it is, mediumship, you want to anchor yourself in your body so that you can stay in your body on this physical plane so you can expand. You need a really good grounding root to help you, like a grounding wire, to help you channel this magnificent energy flow. So, yep, you can use the hematite, which is here, use it for support, to support you during decision making, staying centered, or to ground your energy after meditation or healing session, but even during, to help you with staying in your body, because it's important you stay in your body somewhat as you expand your energy. The next one I have is Tiger's Eye. It's the confidence booster. This golden brown stone encourages courage, strength, and personal power. You can use it to overcome fear, support manifestation, and align your will with your goals. This is great for empaths, for building and strengthening your solar plexus. It will help you with that confidence and not absorbing your environment. I love Tiger's Eye. I love all of these, right? So this is Tiger's Eye. Okay. All right. The next one is lapis lazuli, which is this blue one here. This is the truth speaker. Lapis opens the third eye and throat chakra, making it a powerful ally for speaking your truth and receiving spiritual guidance. You can use it to access inner truth, enhance communication, and strengthen your intuition. So this is a fabulous crystal to help you with journaling or channeling, or again, receiving that clarity. Also great stone to connect with the divine feminine energy, well, and masculine, right? So a lot of ancient cultures have worked with lapis with their spiritual growth, connection, and connecting with the gods and goddesses. Heck. The last one, I think that, yeah, I was like, is this carnelian or red jasper? No, I grabbed red jasper. Is the nurturing root. Sorry. This is really good for rooting you and anchoring you and bringing in some shamanic energy. Red jasper is deeply grounding and offers emotional support through transitions. So, say you're moving to a new area, selling your home, ending a new relationship, and moving on from a job. This stone will help you with supporting you on your journey and help you with that nurturing energy, bring in that connection with the ancestors and your allies. So you can use it to nurture resilience, encouraging stability, and support your root chakra in times of change or stress, right? So, say there's a lot going on, right? Let's look at the collective right now, a lot taking place. And so, this is a great stone to help you with staying patient and present during times of change. That does kind of go into my predictions for this next upcoming week, which I did share previously in one of my lives, that I usually record my predictions for the next week before I go live. And that's kind of the energy is, okay, there are some changes, and we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, because these changes and shifts are short-term changes, and they're short-term experiences. Doesn't mean it's for the long term. So, choosing the right crystal for you. When selecting crystals, let your intuition guide you. The ones you're most drawn to often hold the exact energy you need in the moment. Each of these crystals serves as a purpose and supports different aspects of your spiritual practice. Whether you carry them in your pocket, place them on your altar, or incorporate them into rituals, they are beautiful reminders of your own inner wisdom and power. So you can maybe this will inspire you to go into your toolbox and see what you got in there, right? I see a comment here. So, what is that again? Red jasper. This is the last one, I think. Red jasper. Red jasper. The one before. There is a blog. So here's the blog, and I see that you popped on over, Lana, from Instagram. Instagram was not quite cooperating through my streaming app, and neither was Facebook. Could be the internet connection here. I've said it before, but I'll have to take it for another test drive. And if you were on Instagram or Facebook, I apologize for the glitch in the software. Yeah. Okay, so I think that the one you were asking about was the red jasper. Okay, so I'm going to invite you're welcome, my friends here. If you're watching live, if you have a psychic question, please type it into the chat here area here. And in the meantime, as I'm waiting with the little delay that we have here, feel free to listen to my podcast and let me know what you think. So you can join me on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, which I will drop those links into the chat area here. So while I wait with my little delay here, I'm going to see if I can do that here. Here we go. And I'm very much open to requests and suggestions. And also, each week on the podcast, I answer listeners' questions. So, the last one I recorded was the Pluto retrograde, embracing the shadow. Yeah. And how to reclaim your power. So, here's the link for Spotify. And then I'm going to share with the iTunes, the Apple podcast. So I'm going to share that as well. There we go. So I'll find that and share it with you in the chat area here. And yeah, let me know what you think of the episodes, as well as if you have any questions that you wanted me to answer live. Well, when I record the podcast. And then, okay, also in the chat area, please feel free to type in a psychic question that you might have for today, or about crystals, or just about anything that you're kind of wondering about. So I'm going to go to my Apple podcast and share the link for this latest episode. See what we can do for you here. Oh, there we go. Okay, and switching on over. Here we go. Ta-da! Okay, so Anne has a question. I'd love to hear whatever message Spirit has for me today. Thank you. You're very welcome. All right, let's see what we've got here, my friends. Oh, jumping out. So then you got to select it. And that's the one for Anne today. And somebody's flipped over, so going to flip them back. Let's see what you got here, Anne. You actually have two, so we'll share both of them. The first one is the Five of Wands, and then we have the Eight of Wands. So these days, just keep in mind that it might take a little bit or a lot of it of extra effort to get things done. So an example would be you are painting your home. Say you're painting your home and you put the coat and it says that this is great for only one coat needed. You might find that you need to put 2 or 3 coats on rather than just the one. And it does look like energetically, like stamina wise, you're looking like you're a quarter too low on energy. So I'm getting that too. So it's almost like there's this frustrating feeling that, okay, I got to do this again. Or, I'm just looking at different scenarios like, okay, now I got to go fix this, or this broke, and I don't see anything major, just as like little annoyances here and there. So just having to repair or fix some things here and there that maybe you weren't planning on doing. And maybe there are a couple of plot twists with your day. And and I don't feel like it's your air conditioner, but say like your air is not working. So then you need to stop what you're doing, because if you live in Florida, and I know you don't, but you need your air conditioner. So then you might need to, wait for the AC guy and all that. I'm kind of seeing that kind of energy around you. So just be mindful of that. Be patient with it. And if painting your living room needs 2 or 3 coats, then just take your time with doing it. And this is a temporary experience these days. Be sure to also reward yourself here and there so that it's not all a chore and it's not all overwhelming. Okay, so I wish it was more of like a happy, fluffy, yay type of reading and message session for you, but it looks like things may take a little bit of extra effort for you these days. Take your time, try to just not get too caught up in the frustration of all of it. All right, I see more comments have come in. Going to shuffle a little bit more here. I see Kathy has a question, and Jessica says, I enjoy the podcast, learning the different crystals and the meanings. I have been seeing the angel number 66611 a few times. Oh, that's cool. And I was waiting to see Anne's comment. Yes. And I'm reticent to spend the money on those repairs. And also, yes, things seem harder. I'm trying to do more fun things. That is what's going to help you with balancing out the have tos and having to adult all the time. Sometimes adulting really does stink, right? Sometimes it was just like, anyway, so just know that you're not imagining it. You're not being too salty or sassy or grumpy. You're not imagining it. It is taking extra effort, and some of the repairs are necessary, and you didn't always plan for that. So just know that. Okay. All right. And yes, reward yourself. All right, Kathy has a question. Just whoops, another jumper. Oh my gosh. Well, these are newer cards, and I haven't used them as much. So yes, they're slicker. Kathy, the one that jumped out is the Six of Coins reversed. Oh my gosh, here we go. Here's another message. So, that's the karma card. What we put out, we receive, and it might take. Oh my gosh, I feel like wah wah. I am Debbie Downer, the reader today, the messenger. No, but sometimes with that's the karma card. What we put out eventually comes back. There may be some kind of random events taking place that are not a direct correlation with the positivity or the efforts you have put forth. Sometimes things just happen, and that's what I'm kind of seeing. And so there might be more adulting for you too as well, Kathy, with having to take care of this, setting healthier boundaries with people and situations these days. So you might find that as an occurrence. I'm just listening. Celebrate each day as a new beginning, because I was asking spirit, well, what can Kathy do, to help, just to with her being patient during this time of just again adulting and taking care of things. Every day celebrated as a new beginning and a chance to start fresh, and putting the previous day and experiences behind you, that they are being chalked up to the wisdom being gained within your soul, and that in the Akashic records it's all being recorded, that this is what took place, and that there's a balancing out and evening out of energetic experiences. Sometimes we have the parallel, not the parallel, but the comparative experiences. How can you know if something is wonderful for you or with you or for your highest and best good if you haven't had the opposite experience? So we know when we're in flow, when it feels right, things are pretty much effortless, and when we know that we're not exactly in flow, but then there's sometimes steps that need to be taken, and experiences that need to be had with our path as well. Just celebrate every day. New start. Tomorrow's a fresh new day, new start, and yeah, more adulting. And so Jessica's question was about the angel number 611. So if I add that up right away, I go to like with numerology, you add up the numbers. So that's really an 8. So 611, 6 plus 1 plus 1 is 8. So, oh, there's that karmic, as within, so without, as above, so below. I'm listening, my friend Jessica. Hmm. Okay, so for you, I'm getting a strong angelic connection. Right now, the archangel Raphael is working with you very closely, with helping you with, he's typically known, most people are, he's well known for physical healing, but for you, it's mental healing, stress, helping you put things in the place where they need to be. So he is helping you with your levels of stress and the things that are causing you anxiety, and helping you with creating more of a balance in your life at this time. So that is what I'm getting for you with the 611, is that Archangel Raphael is working, his energy, his consciousness is the frequency that is being around you and supporting you at this time in your life. So more of smoothing out, excuse me, the anxiety, the stressors that you're feeling at this time. So I will wait a moment to see with the chat if that resonates and makes sense for you. And I see Denise is here. I know Facebook was glitchy, so was Instagram, so YouTube's working today. Yeah. So just wait a moment, either for Kathy to comment or Jessica. I don't want to jump around too much with questions, and just kind of be mindful of the sacred pause. Okay, maybe not. Maybe there isn't a comment. Okay, up there we go. Thank you. Yes, health is stressing me, right? So, health, mind, body, spirit. So, just know that he's coming in to help you. So, how would he help you with that? Helping you with prioritizing things. And what that means is that where there are stressful situations, to help you with not engaging and help you with gaining more clarity of this is not supporting me, so I need to limit my time there. It could even be like social media, that if you're overwhelmed, and just like with the EMFs and just all of the stuff that's on social media, it might be that, okay, I notice that I'm really off after spending too much time there, or it's the news, or going to too many stores at once, or driving down a certain road. That he is helping you with recognizing that and creating a different set of priorities for your well-being at this time. Okay, so that's Raphael coming in to help you with your physical health, but also your mental well-being too. Okay, so then Denise wanted to know if there is a message for her, so we're going to pull a card for Denise. Oh, and I have them actually opposite. You've got the Ace of Cups. This feels familiar, Denise, doesn't it? It felt like a new baby, a new something to love. This is very familiar for you. And I'll wait to see your comment here. It has that familiar vibe and feel for you at this time. And I'll wait for Denise to comment. And Kathy says, yep, for every problem, there's a solution. In every situation, there is a balance that's trying to come in at this time. Kathy, so while I wait for Denise, I do want to talk to Kathy. Kathy, do you work with selenite? I feel like you do have selenite. I would love for you to maybe place it on your body. There is also... in your kitchen, I want to put some selenite like on you, but then also putting a piece or two in your kitchen to help with bringing in more light. Just light, 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 light. Not that something's wrong or off in your kitchen. It just feels like there's whatever feng shui Q-U-A, in your space. I want to amplify and balance out that that section in your home. So there are 9 different quads or sections, energetic spaces in a room, in a dwelling, and like there's the relationship, helpful people, abundance, family, creativity, whatever your home is. I just feel like it needs some selenite to help amplify that for your goal, for the goals that you have for yourself in your life at this time. Okay. All right. So Denise says, nope, you mentioned the baby before, but no meaning to it. So there's something, someone, a new chapter that's opening up for you even more so. And it feels like it brings in more of that spark of joy, light, excitement. So there's a new chapter, Denise, that is unfolding for you. Something that you're more like, I feel like it's interactive, and for you to be excited, that you will be excited with. So there's something here. Okay, and Kathy says, I do have selenite. I will do that. Just supporting you at this time. Yeah. All righty, friends. So if you're watching here on YouTube and you would like me to answer a question, feel free to type in your question and or comment here in the chat area, and I will see what Spirit brings through for you. And Denise says, I sure hope so. Yes, my dear. Me too. No, but that's interesting that it did come through again, right? So it was validated again for you. All right, I know we have at least 6 to 8 people joining here watching. So feel free to type in your comment if you would like me to answer a question, a comment, something you wanted to share here. So in the meantime, I'm going to ask those who are active in the chat, what was your biggest win this week? What was your biggest win this week? All right, so Lana wants to know what Spirit has for me right now. Let's see, what message? Let's pull one here. Not looking, not looking. Okay, so we've got the Tower card. I right off of the bat, I hear give it. So what are we almost in the second week? I was seeing 3.5 weeks from now. Just give some things 3.5 weeks where I felt like you're building some confidence to make some intentional changes in your life. Let's be patient, provide some grace and patience for you. Let's give it 3.5 weeks. So then we're moving kind of into June-ish, the beginning of June, towards the end of May. Some things it's best to take time with implementation and dissection, dismantling, that's a better word. So, and it's always for your highest and most best good. So there's also a question that I'm hearing for you to ask yourself, and if you're watching that, it applies to you too. And that is that uncomfortable feeling I'm having. Is it because I am impatient with the outcome and the process of manifestation and waiting for things to happen in my life? Or is that uncomfortable feeling because I'm not aligned with my highest and most best potential, and I'm out of sync with my soul's journey at this time? So there could be a couple of reasons why you're impatient. It's because you're not trusting the process and things need to fall into place, and you're not being present, acknowledging what's taking place, learning and gaining wisdom. Or is it because you're out of alignment at this time? You're welcome, Denise. And Lana says, biggest win, finding my voice and standing up for myself. And that is that Tower card, exactly, being proactive and intentional with changes and shifts. Just give some things some time, okay? So that goes very much so in alignment with your card. So other wins, my friends, are there any other wins that you want to share this week? And Lana says, oh my God, Spot, I'm so glad that that message resonates for you, my friend. Excellent. So I'm going to see if there are any. I'd love to hear some of your wins. Can you think of a win? Any wins this week? So some of my wins have been sleeping better, sleeping more soundly. That's a big win, right? Resting, sleeping more soundly, and being able to, like, not tossing and turning as much. Part of that could be because I have 2 dogs in the bed. Luna and Ruby, right? So, but they're great cuddlers, right? So I have found that I have been able to have more of a restful sleep at this time. Yeah. Anyone else want to share a win? You might need to think about it, right? What worked for you? What fell into place, and where maybe you surprised yourself? If not, I invite you to think about it. Think about it this weekend, this upcoming weekend. So I did want to extend my wishes for a very happy Mother's Day to all the moms, the mother figures, whether it's a human baby, a fur baby, a feather baby, and those who nurture, right? To nurture, that have nurtured us, and then people who nurture. So Anne's successful helping several massage therapy clients out of pain. That's a huge one. That's huge. And being able to assist people with some relief, bringing some relief into their lives. You know, we often take out, and I know, all know, we take our health for granted until something pops up. And then we're like, oh my gosh, I'm feeling off. I don't feel well. I can't wait to feel better. Right. And then we take it for granted when we're feeling okay. Yeah. Yes. Excellent win. Thank you for doing all you do. Thank you all for doing what you do. Yeah. Yeah. So let's see. So while I wait for some more comments, some upcoming things. So next Friday, I will not be live here, but I am, if you missed the beginning of the streaming here, I am going to restructure the Friday mornings due to schedule. And sometimes I have to be flexible with that. And if you sign up for the newsletter, the Mystical Moon newsletter, or my newsletter, lauriebarraco.com, through the website, there'll be pop-ups for you to sign up there. I will share with you the schedule. So I am doing the recording a weekly podcast, and then I'm seeing clients and staying creative and all of the things. So I believe it is best to kind of restructure the Friday mornings. And I think that the software glitch is kind of a validation. So I'm not sure of the time and date. It might be like a Monday night, or it might be after hours when more people are free. We'll see. I'm going to listen to spirit. I'm going to take my time with it rather than rush into a decision, and I'll let spirit guide me on that one. Yeah. All right, my friends here. Oh, Kathy's win. Let's see. Her win is that the construction work on her porches were completed and then they look beautiful. I bet they do. Hallelujah. Good. That's a fabulous win this week. So now I'm sure you're ready to enjoy nature even more so, and look at the night sky, and connect with all of the beings that work with you, nature spirits and animals. And the stars. Yeah. I'm so glad it's complete for you, Kathy. That's a huge win. Huge, huge win. All righty. So I do appreciate you all joining me here this morning. So whether you're watching the live or you are catching the recording, thank you for taking the time to hear the messages and to listen to some of the content and connect with me and the group here. So wishing everyone a very happy Mother's Day, a very happy weekend, celebrating our moms, those who brought us into this world, whether it was a complicated relationship or is a complicated relationship. We do honor them for being the vessel that brought us here, or this experience. Whether the experience was complicated and difficult or is difficult, we do honor those vessels. Yes. So may you all have a wonderful weekend. Take care of yourself. Be patient. Remember, Pluto is retrograde until October. So just know that some of that stuff is going to come up, some of the shadowy stuff, but it's always happening for us, not to us, to help us to be in alignment with our potential and our destiny. All right, my friends, thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you all soon. Have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. Thank you. Thank you, Denise. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you all so much. Bye-bye, friends.